Lesson 12, June 11th to the 17th. Joseph, Prince of Egypt. Memory text. And Pharaoh said to Joseph, "See, I have set you over all the land of Egypt." Genesis 41:41. Joseph is now leader of Egypt, and his own brothers will bow before him without knowing who he is. Joseph's brothers will humble themselves when Joseph forces them to return with Benjamin, and when Benjamin's safety is, they fear, threatened, they will plead for grace before this powerful man whom they see as like Pharaoh. In the end, when Joseph reveals his identity, they will understand that, despite what they have done, God has brought good out of it all. Interestingly, this whole next sequence of events, which were supposed to be about Joseph's success, are more about his brothers' repentance. Their back-and-forth journeys from Joseph to their father and the obstacles they encounter make them remember their wicked acts toward Joseph and their father, and they realize their iniquity toward God. Joseph's brothers live that whole experience as a divine judgment, and yet the moving emotional conclusion, which brings everyone to tears and joy, also contains a message of forgiveness for them, despite their unjustifiable acts of evil. From Ellen G. White comments in the SDA Bible Commentary, Volume 1, pages 1097 to 1098, it says, "The part which Joseph acted in connection with the scenes of the gloomy prison was that which raised him finally to prosperity and honor. God designed that he should obtain an experience by temptations, adversity, and hardships to prepare him to fill an exalted position. Joseph carried his religion everywhere, and this was the secret of his unwavering fidelity. He who receives Christ by living faith has a living connection with God and is a vessel unto honor. He carries with him the atmosphere of heaven, which is the grace of God, a treasure that the world cannot buy. He who is in living connection with God may be in humble stations, yet his moral worth is as precious as that of Joseph and Daniel, who were recognized by heathen kings as men with whom was the Spirit of God." From the book Evangelism, page 287, it says, "The evidences of a genuine work of grace on the heart are to be found not in feeling, but in the life. By their fruits, Christ declared, ye shall know them." The work of grace upon the heart is not an instantaneous work. It is effected by continuous, daily watching and believing the promises of God. The repentant, believing one who cherishes faith and earnestly desires the renewing grace of Christ, God will not turn away empty. He will give him grace, and ministering angels will aid him as he perseveres in his efforts to advance. And from the book Steps to Christ, page 24, it says, "When the heart yields to the influence of the Spirit of God, the conscience will be quickened, and the sinner will discern something of the depth and sacredness of God's holy law, the foundation of his government in heaven and on earth. The light which lighteth every man that cometh into the world illumines the secret chambers of the soul, and the hidden things of darkness are made manifest." John 1:9. Conviction takes hold upon the mind and heart. The sinner has a sense of the righteousness of Jehovah and feels the terror of appearing in his own guilt and uncleanness before the searcher of hearts. He sees the love of God, the beauty of holiness, the joy of purity. He longs to be cleansed and to be restored to communion with heaven. God bless.